boy, no, didn't you know when you know she say, no, say, Yayin, you play a machine, yeah, put in the moon, a sort in I was say a replenishing. So one replenish and also one shimu and name one. These are some of the consequences that will be coming to you.
Yesu mikratofu Semi wa Yesu miwadinina Yesu mikratofu yeah. I will lift up my eyes to the hills, from what's coming my help comes from.
Here is Spirit 88.3 FM. You are still with me, Dr. Edmond Arthur, and tonight we are looking at salt. And you may adia yeshion asemino efa enchene ehon. Yahu se enkofo bebre edi enchene ebi wo honoma doctors nso atue omo se omonti omonchene so omonjai enchene di kra bet osi ebewu anso yenwu enti oguso a wodi nchene no. Apart from the fact say what book doctor no enim tia no die ben asotwe na beba nipa no so. So by the grace of God, we've been able to look at some of the elements that is contained in the salt. Iodine. We've been able to look at the benefit of iodine to our thyroid. We have looked at the importance of thyroid to the system. There's one thing that I even forget, it escaped me. If you are a lady and you've been having a serious issue with your thyroid, then I am telling you that fertility or how you'll be able to conceive or conception will become a challenge to you. So you'll be a problem or thyroid gland now. So you'll be true for say as early as possible. Obama doctors are omuneme ebewao. Because baby no all problem with the thyroid. I was some a bit my simple amanida. So sometimes you'll be falling sick and then you'll be having some challenges with respect to your fertility. You'll be doing abdominal pelvic. You'll be doing so many hormonal checks. And then unfortunately, you forget about the fact that thyroid has a very important, links to fertility, you know? And then to make sure as we are listening live right now, try as much as possible and make it practicable, okay? So you'll be a old din chinikeke sebia wa kompuano bi no akosisa nchini bi go ade bi ya chichiri odum keke ne ye ton na wa toton na won this nchini ni bi keke me tu for say me this nchini bi akeke but it nchini a containing iodine, okay? Because iodine is very important to our thyroid gland, as I have already stated categorically, okay? So we are going to look at sodium and then chloride. Then we combine them and see how these two elements are beneficial to our system. I have no one
wrong with you, Jesus. Yeah. I try over me. Over me. Yo. But Jimmy and no come on. I try over me. Check it out. Come on. Yo. Where would I be without you, Jesus? I try over.
Many a times you go to the laboratory services and even the hospitals, and then you'll be having some challenges. The doctor will ask you to go and do kidney function test, and then these are some of the parameters that the doctors or the biomedical scientists or the lab technicians will be able to bring to you. You'll be having a portion whereby it will be able to define the amount of potassium that is supposed to be within the kidney, and then you are supposed to also have an amount of sodium. You are supposed to have an amount of chloride. You are supposed to have some amount of urea. You are supposed to have some amount of what do you call it, bicarbonate. You're supposed to have some amount of creatinine. All these parameters have ranges. When the normal ranges, that is from the lower limit to the upper limit, yours is within the normal range, then it is good. But when it becomes that yours is either lower than the lower limit or it is higher than the upper limit, then it means asemo. That is why it is very prudent and very important that as a child of God, na ubia nyame ayelu nipa nyame anyone ne die anya kra na afimuni nyina no obeye check up. Se ka kra yetimi check up. So wuti bi kra wutimi wo se mfutu abon nti me pepe ni dia. Hey, then why can't you check yourself? As a Christian, you have to have a ruler to check your spiritual life and check your physical life, and even check within you and without. Mostly people find it difficult checking within, and people even don't check without. So I feel quite from 2019, 2020, 2021. Obe say nipano the way award the niamano and say bia mam de wojina fa kona no jina ne spiritual life fa kona no jina ne moral life fa kona no jina ne physical life empomdi ni wo and bibi kakre bi no yare. So sorry I will bomb pious. Some of the things are not prayers. They are divine wisdom. God gives us the wisdom, the understanding, and then the knowledge. All these three things combined. We are still looking at salt. We've been able to look at iodine, and now we are looking at salt and chloride. When you look at sodium, it is an element. Chloride is also an element. When the two of them combine, it becomes a compound and it becomes a substance. You can't have table salt without these two elements. These two elements are called table salt. And sodium plays vital role in our system a lot. Chloride helps us in so many diverse ways. But when you combine sodium and chloride, it becomes a table salt. And these are some of the salts that in the olden days our moms used to take. Empuano obewu say enchinia eya kesi no mo diaba no ma bewo no ma wo su na ye fiko no mo yusu. And then as we and then scientists, food scientists, and then researchers, microbiologists, and then some of the chemists came out and realized that iodine to salt or as to sodium chloride will help or will be needful, because they did a study and they realized that most Africans are getting goiter, compo. So what is the main reason why all these things are going on? Then to be able to address it, they need to know the root cause of it. Also, So after identifying the root cause of it, they realized that iodine is not contained in the salt, which is having the chloride and then the sodium. And after that, in this contemporary from the 21st century, most of the salts that we use in our various homes contain iodine. And then by the grace of God, a lot of people are now using iodinated salt. They are using iodinated salt. But when you look backwards and looking at how people used to have goiter compound in Yamiadum, Sanema Winina Abafom, the percentage of reduction you can say is highly significant. In terms of say adenoswatipan ewosropa significant. And your researchers and your scientists no asi. Nemono in our daily life, how many percentage of salt or amount of salt are we supposed to take within the day? Research confirms, and from the what do you call it? Research that these people, World Health Organization, who have done is that in every meal or from morning to evening, within the meals that will be taken, and apart waduane obedi, ewia waduane obedi, and you may waduane obedi, and nyane fufu bi mpo a ewo no, you are supposed to have your minimum or your maximum or your average. Anya kura no onchini a obedi no within the day no should be what? 2,300 milligram or 2.3 milligram. 2.3 grams, sorry. 2,300 milligram. And now I said 2.3 grams of salt. And if you are to take a tablespoon is atrekasiye. But if you are to take the teaspoon is the small spoon that mostly we use to give food for our children. So when you take 1 teaspoon of salt, it is equivalent to 2,325 milligrams of what? Sodium and then chloride, becoming a salt. But the daily amount of salt that we are supposed to take is averagely, it should be 2,300 milligrams, and I say 2.3 grams. I'm also say 2.5 grams or 2,500 milligram. And only in China, if it's an opa, you could see a ria and you may any anajo before so better. No, I was set at the Ketua, Yediti Kokoma Akorano, Yedro and a woody, and say a broso, and into some piscina would be and piscina called me womb as a sort. Some moving away and out the beef, which more beef, no. Kaimunu say yeah the salt and the preserving. Kaimunu say second product being a wakwa any table salt. There may be other preservative like the sodium benzoate. So there may be amount of sodium within it. And now in preparing the normal food in the you add salt to it. So you need to know yourself well and know the amount of salt that within the day you take. So when it's simple, sir, every come amount. Yes, sir, will be deep in Chine Ambroso. Baby, I do know Yamepa. I am going to rush and take us through some of the effects that you will be getting as you take the above limit, Right now, we've been able to know that within the limit should be 2.5 maximum, 2.5 grams. And NASA, the standard is what? 2.3 grams or 2,300 milligrams of what? Salt, sodium chloride. That has iodine. Not just sodium chloride, but iodated salt. having iodine and then sodium and chloride as what a compound. So we did not say salt the woman a bois Emma or muzzle any or nerves no a year you kama. The nerves are the communication networks within the system. A channel information across board. So if you eat and you eat with the right amount of salt in it, it helps nerves growth. A bomber or nerves no a year you must say a year. So what challenge with nerves are, that is where a lot of people begin to have issue with what sciatica. We say as when a muzzle pull if you or to edeba or nankokum edeba or cross no. We say ubina burning sensation. We say we want to try and whole lot. Issue with even your nerves. You're not supposed to even be taking too much cold water and even bathing cold water and then being in air conditions for long. They all affect the nerves. But the food that the nerves eat is what? Salt. But it shouldn't be just salt, but what? Iodinated salt. My name is Dr. Edmond Arthur, and I'm still reminding you that here is Spirit 88.3 FM. Tonight is another night that the Lord has blessed us with. So we are still educating ourselves for salt. Brunya eba bebe in cocoa kesian in nama kesian and chinama kesia salad. Akasia kesian drinks bibi ben yabeno no more. Preservatives are yadi and a sodium benzoate. They are all salts. They are not sodium chloride, but you know there are other means of what? Salt. One thing that you need to know is that the kidney balances the amount of salt within the system. Yen sano and chini a woli peduum a balance and a mania pepe. One thing is that when the salt within the kidney is small, the kidney holds it, and then when it is too high, the kidney releases some into the urine. And then the worst thing is that when it becomes that the kidney is not able to eliminate it, that is excretion not taking place properly, you see that this salt that we are talking about is staying within the blood. The yakin man says, Kobase, and China when he paid you say, Isha, Oben say, Yensano Ahodi, Kobase. A Dawson swa oben say a pia ede egu yan Johnson no na se koba say e too much na say intimi ntene pedi ma oben say e wo mogani mu ne ko mogani mu a na intimi e ma abonte e hono na nsem ne wo no.
I will lift my eyes to the hills from what's coming my help comes from you, God. Yo.
If proper excretion is not able to take place within that, you see that the salt has been will find themselves within the arteries, the blood vessels. You know, the arteries is supposed to carry oxygen within the system. Hormone I say inframa. Oxygen air passing through blood vessels and arteries and veins and capillaries and new no oben say and channel hold those blood vessels and channel hold this oben say free baby retention oben say the volume of the blood begins to go up hormone oben say akomano and so at the force be air bemuno
asang e won because Jehovah our boy.
So when it happens that way, you see that the volume of your blood has increased, and for that matter, you see that it is affecting the arteries, and it will be causing arteriosclerosis. And when there's too much arteriosclerosis happening in your system consistently, you will see that the heart has to use high strength to push the blood, and for that matter, hypertension will come out. In be developing hypertension and also blood pressure as a result of arteriosclerosis and started keke enchini defo ya. And nti e was so hunu enchini a e was so far. You can humbly join us with the 0546898888. And then you can also pass your comment on WhatsApp 0592 96 89 84. We want to look at some of the foods that have salt. You can't talk of salt and forget about pizza. Pizza contains salt and bronya ebe inkofobe. Hey, Brian, me pacho mami pizza. Hey, Brian, koto pizza mami. And you know, who did pizza? Yen kase many pizza, but know the amount of salt that you are supposed to take within the day. We say I bronya ebe oberi akoko. And upon obedi oats. Obedi ampisi. Obedi fufu and quine stealing na. Itore and quine stealing na and cheneno ebibegum. Pizza no and chene ewom. Drinks now all nominal and chene wom. So at the end of the day, will you be able to achieve that 2.3 grams or 2,300 milligrams of salt that we are supposed? That is the minimum or the average. The people go far. Obi owa wo ye aduane kwa on phone say obesa tablespoon baako e die gum. Hey, atrekese baako. So e die ni na mfiti anopa nkodu anwumre ni yesi anya kwa wo nuane ni nyina no. E wo se atreketo baako pe. So for bibi ti say cheese e contain salt. Yempano ayedi anopano pano ayeye brebi timeto pano kese no omiakru obuno de abotin na yefeni miakru mayebida yes uye nyame me kai pass me na cancer pa na me go through radiotherapy and chemotherapy ekru na mimia kase ekru na mimia enye se bia mafa nsuohia na asa mafa sam chemical substance be am dey dressing me crow. Because of the effect of the radiotherapy and the chemotherapy, it affected my throat and for that matter my thyroid. So I wasn't able to swallow, you know. I wasn't able to gagitate well. And it is a meat pie big crown and me call down and pan bin I also be I mean to me we san is artist me the bullshit na ye peche and son of me the hour rather me that was said the door. And none of me can say me crow. Now dominant soy and some will yen free more. That is why it is very important to make your kitchen your pharmacy, okay? So you can join us on 0546898888. Here is Spirit 88.3 FM, and my name is Dr. Edmond Art of Balm of Gilead Clinic. Beef I hold I reading in our beef no one more no yet chinkafa no we in our beef and all those beef no containing what salt. About say canned foods I hold I to turning in a containing salt. Drinks I hold I to turning in the salt efra. And yes, okoto drink na ya san chinegum nemom ne preservative yadi a sodium benzoate. So you need to know the amount of soda within the day you are supposed to take, okay? And yes, sir, open an issue with your heart. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Brother, sweet FM near
me Annie.
You already Boy, in a meet you in a car. From Mr. Bong. Very much interesting. The Majima number. Actually, from Feda.
Yeah, that's a big brother. I'm sure. A bed then one who said in Yania Wakakotono and Chine and answer salt. So, supermarket beer, I was so already the labels of the products.
Because we know our help comes from you alone.
You can still come in with 0546898888. And you can pass your WhatsApp comment on 0592968984. 0592968984. 0546898888. Now, a bed and I'm who say in Yania Medi and I say the Makotono supermarket and answer store and Chinedo do senior a woman.
There is Ante Yanko Australia Sase sorry wo Yes wo
a banner side, you'll be to me. I shall obey read the product and home. When you read the product, you'll be able to look at the kind of fats that are on the product. To be able to give you the amount of salt that is contained on the product. So we want to look at some of the food that contains sodium again. You can't forget about monosodium. Baking soda and so it contains salt. Baking powder it contains salt. Sodium nitrate nina contains salt. Sodium citrate nina contains salt. Don't you say would you meat pie and would you pan on a woody any those kind of yogurt and those baking soda, baking powder, monosodium, white maggi. Monosodium is a white maggi. That is the one I'm talking about. Nina contains salt. This reggae worship is for my own brother, the dwarf of all print media. Million Yankupon shall say, "O de kama we so abba." So we want to look at how we'll be able to position ourselves well to be able to escape salt or to be able to eat within the average intake of salt. The first thing that we need to do is to eat at home. So what did you fear? No, eduane no one away. And until no one will be who say, eduane amidi and chinedu amefayi ini. This is the amount of salt that I took. This is the amount of salt that I used in preparing it. So in reversing it or in trying to be able to look at the amount that we are supposed to take, because ultimately in Kasami the meter I want to mention it there you. If it's a palm could do immunity, you would know now the one when you're monitoring. And for that to come into play, no, I was so did you feel. Because baby, I didn't mention to do any panel FI. The second thing that you are supposed to do is to choose low sodium foods. I've been able to mention some of the food that contains sodium. So the best thing is to escape all those foods, or you take minimum amount that will be able to position you within the daily intake of salt. You are supposed to also eat fresh vegetables. You know, say, what don't to my bomediano now? Oh, take vegetables. Oh, the intosone, fruit. It will be able to help you because all those vegetables, you know, Ayana a din say Odin Chini be good one son already. And even eating fruit, a bear din show the Chini be cock fruit, maybe some fruit in my mount Chini, the person we did. Eh, and then comes moon. And then the other thing that you're supposed to do is that you have to replace your salt with natural herbs. The natural herbs that I'm talking about are the cinnamon, you know. The cinnamon contains cinnamon aldehyde. They contain the cinnamon acetate. And these are some of the things that also help the thyroid to function well. They also serve as antioxidants. They contain high amount of oligomeric pro-anthocyanidins and pro-anthocyanidins. They contain selenium. They contain vitamin C and zinc. And when all these phytonutrients goes into the system, it boosts the immune system. It puts the white blood cell, the red blood cell, the platelet, and then the blood component into shape. They help the immunoglobulins to be able to fortify themselves against any form of diseases and intruders ahead of you. And nothing also my kitchen and your pharmacy. Here is Spirit 88.3 as I bring the curtains down. My name is Dr. Edmond Arthur of Balm of Gilead Alternative Clinic. These are some of the natural spices that make your food rich and nicer and sweet and tastier, you know. Not look it so delicious. Come instead of so then chini be gum. So you can call me on 0240512171, 0240512171 as I am going away. Or you can also contact me personally on 0244 63 25 33. Obich me after me personally 0244 63 25 33. So as I am bringing the curtains down, by the grace of God, you and China Papa Ewa and Chini will open your Ghana heart. This is so. A friend Grace Pride salt. Now and Chini will a less for 40% sodium. Sodium a woman a 40% less. That this sodium also by 40%. I've been able to take you through the effect of sodium to the system. So you can please call me personally on my line 0244 63 25 33. Or you can also call me on 0240 512171. Especially more in people challenges. Now this is in the code to drink one painkillers. Balm of Gilead, what do you call it? No papa, buawa, in no combinational therapy. Say, we are diabetic, Abura, Balm of Gilead, designer, reversal, dietary plan, so diabetes now, so no more draw, forget it. A draw into me, diabetes in that. I am telling you, we'll be power challenge. And you drew any man diabetes and also sugar is stable. No. The purpose of those metformin, those carbosmin, those blah 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 is to enhance the production of the insulin as a key. What can help you is your diet, because the food that goes into the system are the carbohydrate breaking down into glucose. So when you come to Balm of Gilead and then we design a proper dietary plan for you and you follow and we give you a natural medication, it will help the absorption of the glucose. Sometimes you'll be taking a lot of drugs. LFT, KFT, will live on kidney now. Hey, 2 for as ye 2022 and until the baby the other catch you some patch of the Balm of Gilead. If in a yana osa no so one discipline was so big in tem obenum show and tentem obey we are mensi home oh osa discipline and yet osa bia see ma wadu ni ma wadu osa nti obon so bia or osa wa call various hospitals doctor amema na dru na still no osa no masa discipline osa o sorry ade o pebia na wodi won say ni dintem won num hio enso come de wana num hio o pese ekọ no asan ko bom pa ye rade mami osa ne nko obuwa o ma ontie. So the time is up and here is your spirit 88.3 FM. My name is Dr. Edmund Arthur of Balm of Gilead. Me na me di ene dwumedi ho chia me. Na nkopon bo adase nenso e be hia. Dem mo no me sorry die na efutisama me de be ma oni said. So o ma me bi o papa bi o unua bi o na o challenge with respect to hepatitis or fertility challenge or any abnormalities on the system, the only place to come and have yourself be free, be free. You free yourself is Balm of Gilead. No, it can't happen. Baby, a pharmacist, doctor, doctors, pharmacists, lecturers, no, one time and come to Balm of Gilead, and then the Gilead Balm will impact your life. Good evening and God bless you. Have a good night. Bye bye.
Biazi.